What's good, folks? It's the Afterthought, and this is your boy, Zach Hankins. Basically, giving you some real information, keeping you well informed. This is my thoughts after Kevin Durant's injury that he suffered just a day ago or 2 days ago. And for those that believe Kevin Durant's injury is fake, for those that think he just was BSing the injury, y'all need to go back and look again. Look at the video tape. Look how Marcin Gortat basically shoved Zaza Pachulia into Durant during the play. You know what I'm saying? This is all in motion. I guess whoever it was missed the rebound or made a shot, missed the rebound. So when Gortat shoved Durant, it should have been a clear by foul, but I guess the refs aren't paying attention to it. Not that anybody's trying to do anything on purpose, but that just things like this happen. So when Zaza Pachulia fell down, he landed on Kevin Durant's knees. And like I said, a body in motion going remain in motion. Zaza Pachulia is around 7 foot, over like 230 pounds. Or a little less than that, but still, he's over 220. And see, Kevin Durant is a skinnier man. He has a thin body frame. You know, he doesn't have a frame like LeBron James. His body frame, his bones are skinnier than LeBron's. As far as legs go, his calves is like this big. They're like twigs, basically. So anything damage that falls on Durant is critical right now, okay? You learn this in school. As being an athlete, it's like the saying goes, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Most bigger guys, they suffer injuries a lot worse than a shorter person. Okay, they're injured. They don't recover from injury as fast as somebody shorter than them. Why? Because they're so tall. But like I said, wherever you got height, you got a disadvantage somewhere else. You're lagging something. Okay, just like a shorter person. A shorter person could recover faster than a taller person because of their body frame, how they're built. Everybody's built differently. So when Zaza Pachulia landed on Durant's knees, it pushed in. That's why it's a sprain. It's a damaged bruise. It landed on the knees and pushed the leg back. So it's that sprain. It's the impact. And it's how he fell. So yeah, it's a grade 2 MCL sprain. It's very serious. You know what I'm saying? His bone has actually been bruised. Okay, the impact is also what you say. He has a big head. I said he's a big man. All that weight got pressured onto Durant's knees. So he really got injured. Like I said, the only ones that don't understand Durant's injury are the ones who have never been athletic before. They never played any sport. They never suffered an MCL injury at all to where their knees is bruised. They never had any of this. So of course they go think it's fake, but it's really not. Okay, and if y'all don't believe me, y'all need to talk to athlete yourself. Go to a basketball gym, go talk to a university, go talk to one of these schools, or talk to your personal trainer. Go to LA Fitness and talk to personal trainers and explain to them, tell them if they think the injury is fake, and they'll tell you that it's real. Okay, a lot of y'all that watched Derrick Rose's career, the reason why he kept getting injured on them same knees is because he injured his MCL too. Derrick Rose plays aggressive and too rough out there on the court. Okay, so Derrick Rose is doing a lot of damage to his legs, to his knees, while he was injuring his ACL and injuring his MCL. He had the same injury. Why? Because of how reckless Derrick Rose was playing. Derrick Rose was not slowing it down at all. He kept playing a fast tempo game. And y'all need to understand too that these players are playing 80 plus games in a season, and they're on the road traveling for 2 or 3 games out the week. And it's obvious the Warriors had to play in back-to-back games. So Durant's legs was probably already sore by the time he got injured 2 nights ago by Pachulia. Okay? Your leg, you know what I'm saying? When you're running up and down the court like that, fast pace, especially the way Goldenstate plays, you're going to suffer some injury. This is how Steph Curry got injured with his knees. The Warriors did not take a break at all. They did not take a rest last year. So eventually, you know what I'm saying, Steph Curry had to take some days off just the rest of the year. He had knee injuries. Okay? Anything can, basically the same thing happened to Durant. Okay, Durant was playing for 2 or 3 games is on the road, back to back. You got to practice, and then you got to play for 60-minute games. You're going to get tired eventually. Okay, you got 4 12-minute quarters. Okay, your legs are sore, especially when you don't get enough rest. So that's just what happened to Durant. Yeah, Durant is really injured, but it's not too severe. Hopefully he can be back by playoff time come, but still, his type of injuries I don't wish for nobody. It's the most nagging injuries anybody can see, because that means he can't walk no more. He's on crutches now. He had to leave out there in a wheelchair. And y'all gotta stand Durant's pain right now. He came to the Warriors to get a championship, obviously. Okay, yeah, I don't like what he did. He took the easy route, but that's his own decision. He wanted to get a ring. But you got to stand there, too. With Durant gone, the Golden State Warriors defensively are exposed, okay? They don't have the defensive guys they have. Harrison Barnes was excellent defensively. A lot of y'all saying he went cold and this and that, even though that's still asinine, because Durant did the same thing in game 5, 6, and 7 against Golden State. The problem with Harrison Barnes is Steph Curry was messing up the game plan. Steph Curry kept trying to be the finals MVP. He felt the fact that he was unanimous MVP, that he had to be the finals MVP, so he stopped playing the way he was supposed to be playing. He stopped giving the ball to Draymond Green. He stopped giving the ball to Harrison Barnes. And Harrison Barnes went cold because he's not fat enough. Okay? You look at Harrison Barnes now. The reason why Harrison Barnes is putting up good numbers in Dallas is because they feed him the ball. Harrison Barnes is the type of player you got to feed him the ball for him to get hot. But still, defensively, Harrison Barnes and Draymond Green worked well together. That was Draymond Green's partner. Okay? How Draymond Green and Harrison Barnes are playing and getting after you defensively is how the Detroit Bad Boys were with Joe Dumars and Luke Mahorn. Rick Mahorn and all those other guys. Okay? Joe Sally and Dumars. That's how he is. Those two work well together. They was a pair. And then Andrew Bogut being a rim protector. Okay, he was a true big man. He could guard you defensively and he know how to switch. You know where to be at the right time. That's what made Golden State so effectively last year defensively. The Warriors don't have that no more. And then plus you don't have Sprates coming off the bench. You don't have Festus Ezeli, who's also an aggressive defender. You don't have a Leandro Barbosa who has a lot of high, intense energy, who will give you a good shot, but also can get after you defensively. He knows how to get good steals. Okay, he was good paired up with Livingston, with Iguodala. That was a veteran bench. You don't have that no more. Okay, so Durant had to be their main defender. He had to be a main rebounder with his height and size. He makes Zaza Pachulia and JaVale McGee's job easier. Okay, Durant makes it easier for Draymond Green. Okay. But now that Durant's gone, the Golden State Warriors are exposed now because Steph Curry can't carry a game by himself. I'm sorry, folks, he can't. If y'all watch the losses to Washington when Durant went out and left the game, and then you see how Chicago Bulls beat them, but first of all, the Bulls don't have nearly as good a team as the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are clearly a better team. But without Durant, without a small forward there with size, the other teams can make it easy because now all they got to do is pound the perimeter. They could go inside the paint now. Okay, they can facilitate better than the Warriors. And see, Steph Curry kept trying to allow them 3-point shots. And when he misses, he goes cold. He kept trying to do the same thing. And Steph Curry don't got an inside game himself because he can't dunk the rim. He can't bang on nobody. Okay? He doesn't have the size. He's not a John Wall. He's not a Kyrie Irving. Okay? He's not a Damian Lillard or Russell Westbrook. He's none of those guys at all. Those other guards, they can explode on the inside paint. Even Kemba Walker has a better inside game than Steph Curry. Steph Curry he's more of a spot-up shooter. Okay? The only one who could go to the paint like that is Klay Thompson. But even then, the problem with Klay is Steph just is too focused on his game. Steve Kerr can't calm Steph Curry down. And Steve Kerr doesn't know how to talk to those brothers. Okay? So without Durant there to disguise Golden State's flaws, because Durant's so good that he disguises a lot of flaws. He throws the attention off of Steph and Klay. Okay? He throws the attention off. He makes you focus on him. So it makes it easier for Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green to score the ball. Now that with Durant's gone, Steph, Klay, Draymond Green has to play more minutes, and they got to play a lot more intensive defensive game. Iguodala's not used to playing big minutes like that no more. He has to do more for you. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, him and Draymond Green got to rotate center and power forward. And I'm sorry, folks, but the problem with JaVale McGee is too sloppy. All right? This is why Shaq keeps picking on him in his show. This is why Shaq always has him on Shaq in the Fool, because JaVale McGee is really that sloppy of a center. His game is not polished at all. This is why JaVale McGee has been a journeyman all this time. He keeps getting bounced around to team after team. Because he's not defensively, he's just like I say, he's just not there. He doesn't do enough for you. Okay, JaVale McGee is not going to give you a whole lot of points neither. That's the problem with JaVale McGee. It's like I said, sloppy game. It's just not polished enough. He's not what the other centers are in this league. And then Zaza Pachulia is basically a downgrade from Bogut. He's a weaker version of Bogut. He's even weaker. Zaza Pachulia haven't been relevant at all his whole entire season. As many years as he's been playing in the league, Zaza Pachulia is not Andrew Bogut neither. He's not none of those cities. He's not Shaq. He's not Yao Ming. He can't do what those other centers were doing. He's not a scoring center neither. Okay, he's better off the bench. And they start JaVale McGee, but even then, JaVale McGee's not even a starter no more. That's why Denver basically cut him. Okay, everywhere you go, Washington release him because JaVale McGee is just not doing enough for you. He's not that type of center. He's not a scoring center at all. And like I said, sloppy game. He looks too stiff out there. He's just, like I said, it's just lackadaisical game. I mean, yeah, he has size. JaVale McGee can rebound a little bit, but no, against other centers, he's not there. I'm sorry. And they like I said, they don't, after Bogut gone, them releasing Bogut, they took a hit defensively. And you can't rely on David West because David West had a hard time adjusting to San Antonio. The reason why David West is cut from them and not playing for them now. David West was on a San Antonio Spurs team full of veterans. He still can't do that, do too good because even then, David West is an old man. David West should be around 37, 38 years old by now. or at least 36. He can't play like that no more. So you can't rely on him, you know what I'm saying, to come through for you. So who else do the Golden State Warriors got? So with Durant being gone, expect the Warriors to lose some games. They're going to lose at least maybe like 5-6 games or more than that. Now that Durant's not going. Yeah, you can get Matt Barnes, but Matt Barnes is not a scoring forward neither. He's another one who lacks in size. Okay, he's a skinnier version than Durant. Durant's taller than him. Yeah, Matt Barnes will give you maybe 1 or 2 good games defensively, but offensively, no. This is why the Clippers have to eventually get rid of Matt Barnes, because he was no help to them at all, especially in playoff time come. And then on top of that, you got the whole Western Conference. See, I look at Carcino for Life's page. Shouts out to him. I subscribe to him, but if he thinks that Cleveland Cavalier fans are the only ones that's happy right now with Durant's injuries, he need to think again. He need to look at the entire Western Conference right now. The fact that San Antonio right now has a chance, looking at the fact that Golden State has now lost 2 straight games, San Antonio has a chance to catch up to them and pass them up and get that first seed. Then on top of that, you got the Houston Rockets right now with James Harden on his MVP run. James Harden is trying to get his Rockets into the finals, okay? He's trying to right his wrongs right now and basically give the Houston Rocket fans a championship, which they've been so desperately waiting for all this time, okay? Then you got the Utah Jazz that have emerged, okay? The Jazz are actually the underdog. They're a surprise team, all right? Do not be shocked when you see Utah getting out the finals, getting into the playoffs and making a deep run, because that could possibly happen. Gordon Hayward, you know what I'm saying, is a presence to be reckoned with now. Okay, he's finally an all-star player. He's finally been initiated. Okay, he's coming into his own. And you got Joe Johnson down there. George Hill should be back. You got Gobert coming out there. David Exum. They got a rounded team. The Clippers aren't bad neither. If Chris Paul and Blake Griffin can stay healthy, okay? The Clippers actually got a better bench than they did last year. Okay, Memphis Grizzlies. You got all these teams right now that's coming for Golden State. Now that Durant's gone, they know they have a chance now to beat them. They got a chance to really take it to them. So look for teams to really pound Golden State in the throat, kick them while they're down. They're going to take advantage of Durant's injuries as much as possible. All right? I'm not saying that the Golden State's out, because Durant will definitely give them more help. It'll give Golden State abuse, but right now, they're not looking too good right now. Okay? And y'all need to stop trying to rely on Steph Curry. Steph Curry's not going to carry the team. He's not that type of player right now. If you think Draymond Green and Klay Thompson need to really get together right now, they got to pick it up. Anytime Steph Curry slacks off, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, they got to pick it up right now. Andre Iguodala, Steve Kerr might as well start him. You ain't got nothing else going for you right now. Okay? But the problem with Steve Kerr is his adjustments defensively ain't all up to par neither. And that proved last year. Steve Kerr's not that good of a coach. Okay, yeah. The Golden State Warriors won him a championship as a coach, but that was partly because of Mark Jackson's roster. Okay? That was his playbook Steve Kerr was using. Now, when OKC and Cleveland took it to Golden State, you see how good Steve Kerr's coaching is. It's not that great. All right? And even then, Steve Kerr wasn't even using the players he's supposed to be using in the rotation. He thought that having Aaron Savage was going to hurt the Cleveland Cavaliers. That wasn't the case. And see, the problem is now Andrew Bogut is now in Cleveland right now. See, that's another thing Golden State has to worry about, because now Andrew Bogut is going to be getting his revenge. Andrew Bogut is already mad as hell that Golden State cut him, along with all those other players that he had to give up just for Kevin Durant. So you got to look for Andrew Bogut to be really going after him right now. He's going to take it to him. Okay? All Cleveland did was capitalize off that. All right? And see, Philadelphia was just busy on getting rid of Nerlens Noel. They didn't even need Andrew Bogut. They got Joel Embiid. They got Jahlil Okafor. They don't need him there. They got Ben Simmons. They got other centers they can use. So that's just Cleveland right now. Cleveland is trying to get another championship title. And they're going to have to run it. They know they might have to run into Golden State again. Okay, with Durant injury, they may change it around. And I did say that in my prediction video. That, yeah, it might be Cleveland and Golden State, but it could just easily be somebody else. Especially with this Durant's injury. So for Golden State Warriors fans, y'all better hope that Durant can return by playoff time. Because if Durant can't return by playoffs, at least by the first round, the Golden State Warriors going to have a lot of problems. They're going to have a lot of trouble. Because like I said, they don't have a team they had last year. Okay, the team that went 73-9, that's gone. Okay, they don't have that same defense no more. They're in a lot of flaws, and they're lagging a lot of areas right now. This is the Afterthought. This is Zach Hankinson. But just letting you know, if y'all want to know how serious Kevin Durant's injury is, y'all need to go online right now, look up the NCL sprain, look at his injuries right now, and study the human body right now. Study how fragile the bone is. Study your knees right now. That's what y'all need to go on and start doing. Start talking to your personal trainer. Start talking to your doctor. Start talking to these athletes and get their opinion on it. Because everybody going to tell you the same thing. He really did get hurt. This is the Afterthought right now. I thank you for listening to this video. If you like, hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned. There will be more videos, and I'll see you soon.